Hi, K-pop lovers. Welcome back to our channel. Before we dive in, if you're a BABYMONSTER fan, or even just a K-pop fan who wants to know the real story behind one of the most insane pre-debut moments in K-pop history, smash that like button right now, hit subscribe so you never miss a video like this, and drop a comment below telling me, did you watch that viral performance live, or did you find it after? Let's go. Imagine this. A girl who hasn't even officially debuted yet. No album. No fandom name. No first music show stage. Just a trainee, sitting in a chair, about to perform in front of judges on a YouTube reality show. And within days, her name is trending across Korea, her cover pushes a 2016 song back into the top charts, and the original artist himself leaves a comment saying he loved it. That girl is a Hyun. And this is the story of how she made an entire generation of K-pop fans stop dead in their tracks before BABYMONSTER had even dropped a single song. Let's go all the way back to January 2023. YG Entertainment, the same label that gave the world Big Bang, 2NE1, and Blackpink, drops a video on New Year's Day announcing their next girl group, BABYMONSTER. The video alone racked up 15 million views in just 3 days, and it featured appearances from Blackpink members and Winner, signaling that this was not just another rookie group announcement. This was a full-on event. YG then revealed there would be a reality show called Last Evaluation, a weekly YouTube program where 7 trainees would perform their final evaluations, and based on these performances, the public would watch as the future lineup of BABYMONSTER took shape. The 7 trainees competing for their spot were Ruka, Farita, Asa, Hyun, Rami, Rora, and Chiquita. Yang Hyun-suk, YG's founder, had initially planned for a 5-member group, but what followed would change everything. Now, here's the first hook you need to understand. The format of Last Evaluation was already pressure cooker level intense. These were teenagers, trainees who had been practicing for years, performing solo covers in front of a panel of judges that included Lee Soo-hyun of AKMU and winners Kang Sung-yoon and Lee Sung-hoon. Every episode was dropped on YouTube for the entire world to see and judge. The stakes could not have been higher. And each trainee was given one song. One chance. One performance to show the world exactly what they were made of. When episode 7 of Last Evaluation dropped in April 2023, something happened that no one, not even the most passionate pre-debut fans, fully anticipated. Hyun walked out and performed Dangerously by Charlie Puth. And the internet absolutely lost its mind. Now let me be specific, because this is important. This wasn't just a, wow she's pretty good, reaction. This was a seismic event. Hyun's cover of Dangerously immediately became a trending topic across Korean social media platforms, Twitter, Melon, YouTube, all simultaneously. People were not just watching it once. They were re-watching it, sharing it, reacting to it, clipping it and uploading it to TikTok where it got hundreds of thousands of likes per video. Comments were flooding in from global music fans who had no prior knowledge of BABYMONSTER, discovering this trainee through sheer viral momentum. The performance showcased a tone and technique that felt years beyond her age, overwhelming vocal power, impeccable breath control, and a high note that viewers said they had to replay multiple times just to fully register. Within less than 10 days of the video being uploaded, it had surpassed 8.74 million views and was rapidly approaching 10 million. And that was just on the official channel. Here's where it gets even more remarkable, and this is the detail that separates Hyun's moment from countless other viral K-pop pre-debut clips. Charlie Puth himself responded. The original artist left a comment on his TikTok community saying he had seen Hyun's cover and simply, he loved it. When a pop star of Charlie Puth's caliber, a Grammy-nominated singer-songwriter known for his near-perfect ear, publicly validates a trainee's cover of his own song, that is not a small thing. That is a cosign that crosses all language and fandom barriers. And then, in a moment that felt almost unreal, Charlie Puth went even further. He gifted BABYMONSTER a song. That song became, Like That, a track that would be included in their official debut EP BABYMONSTER. A pre-debut cover led directly to a collaboration with one of the biggest names in Western pop music. Think about that for a second. A trainee. A YouTube show. A Charlie Puth cover. And the result was a Charlie Puth original on the group's debut album. But there's another layer to this story that not everyone talks about, and it's a layer that adds so much more weight to everything that came after. Because IH's viral moment was not supposed to be the whole story. It was supposed to be the beginning of something even bigger. In November 2023, when BABYMONSTER was finally ready to release their pre-debut single, Batter Up, YG made a shocking announcement: IH would not be participating. Due to health reasons, which IH herself later described as being psychologically difficult, she would be stepping away from debut activities. The group would debut as 6 members. The girl whose cover had gone viral worldwide, whose performance had quite literally changed the trajectory of the group's career, would not be on stage for their first release. Fans were devastated. Speculations ran rampant across forums like NatePan, TheCoo, and Reddit's K-pop communities. Was she actually leaving? Was this permanent? Would BABYMONSTER ever be truly complete? BABYMONSTER, now a 6-piece, released Batter Up on November 27, 2023. The music video amassed 22.59 million views within a single day, becoming the most viewed debut music video in the first 24 hours in K-pop history. It reached 100 million views in just 18 days, the fastest debut music video to ever hit that milestone. The group was proving themselves. But the empty space where IH should have been was felt by everyone who had been following from the beginning. Then, on January 25, 2024, YG made another announcement, and this one brought relief. IH had recovered and would be rejoining BABYMONSTER for their first official mini-album, which was to be released on April 1, 2024. In an interview on the day of the mini-album's release, IH opened up about what that period had been like for her. She said it was psychologically difficult, that she concentrated on recovery, exercised consistently at home, ate well, and leaned on her members who cheered her on fiercely. She described the moment she came back as feeling both nervous and excited. Her members told her she was doing well and that she could do it, and from that point on, her tension turned into genuine excitement. The other members, for their part, said that 6 people had recorded the pre-debut songs and that it felt empty without IH, but with her finally there, it felt complete. They described it as something they had been preparing for all along. On April 1, 2024, BABYMONSTER officially debuted as a full 7-member group with their mini-album BABYMONSTER. And the very song that had been sparked by IH's viral cover, Like That, gifted to them by Charlie Puth, was included on that album. The debut EP received over 460,000 pre-orders. Their lead single, Sheesh, peaked in the top 10 of South Korea's Circle Digital chart and became the highest-charting K-pop girl group entry on Spotify that year, entering the daily top songs global chart with 1.76 million streams in its debut week. The music video for Sheesh hit 100 million views in just 10 days, the fastest for a K-pop girl group debut track. Arena-class venues were selling out within 40 days of their official debut, and 26,000 tickets were gone before most groups would have finished their first promotional cycle. And then their debut studio album, Drip, released in November 2024, sold over 1 million copies in South Korea. The title track, co-written by legendary Big Bang member G-Dragon, became their second top 10 hit. Drip charted at number 16 on the Billboard Global Excl. US chart and number 30 on the Billboard Global 200, staying on both charts for 16 and 20 consecutive weeks respectively. With over 1.1 billion streams combined across their discography by early 2025, BABYMONSTER had gone from trainees on a YouTube show to genuine global phenomenon in under 2 years. In 2025, BABYMONSTER embarked on their first world tour, the Hello Monsters World Tour, spanning 32 dates across 20 cities with a cumulative audience of 300,000 concertgoers. In Japan alone, all 100,000 tickets sold out, prompting the opening of restricted view seats and additional shows. Their North American leg included sold-out performances at the Prudential Center in Newark and the iconic Kia Forum in Los Angeles, with 6 additional cities added due to demand. And at every single one of those shows, during the solo segment, Ahayan performed Dangerously live, the very cover that started it all. Full circle. As of 2026, Ahayan holds the official positions of main vocalist, lead rapper, lead dancer, face of the group, and center of BABYMONSTER, a combination of roles that is genuinely rare in any generation of K-pop. She speaks both Korean and English, giving her a direct line to international fans through global live streams and interviews. Yang Hyun-suk himself has publicly described her as someone with so many weapons and abilities that it seems almost impossible for one person to have everything. And in March 2026, YG announced BABYMONSTER's upcoming plans, including a new EP titled Chomin May, a second studio album in the second half of the year, and a brand new world tour starting in June covering South America, Europe, and Oceania, continuing the trajectory that a single YouTube performance helped launch. What Ahayan's story ultimately tells us is something that goes beyond K-pop. It tells us about the power of a single moment of genuine, undeniable talent breaking through all the noise. In an industry where debut timelines, company management, and meticulously planned rollouts often dictate who gets attention and when, Ahayan cut through all of that with nothing but her voice on a YouTube stage. She made Dangerously trend again, a song from 2016, shooting it back into the top 100 of Melon charts on the back of a cover. She earned the respect of the original artist. She helped secure a Charlie Puth song for her group's official debut. And she did all of it before she had a single official release to her name. Before a fandom. Before a debut stage. Before any of it. That, right there, is what real impact looks like. And BABYMONSTER, all 7 of them, are only just getting started. If you made it all the way to the end of this video, first of all, thank you. It genuinely means everything. If you learned something new today or this gave you a new appreciation for Ahayan and BABYMONSTER, please hit that like button, it helps this channel more than you know. Subscribe if you want more deep dives like this. We cover the stories behind the biggest moments in K-pop that don't always get the attention they deserve. And drop a comment below. What was your first Ahayan moment? Was it Dangerously? Was it Sheesh? Or are you a brand new BABYMON just discovering them now? I want to know. See you in the next one. Annyeong.